But that big springboard missile drop kick by Brian XL.
I wonder what the SAT feel like right now, Eric, when they are the ones being triple teamed. How often is it when the SATs get triple teamed?
I have never seen this before. And Brian XL stealing a page out of the Book of Red. And Chris Devine and Brian XL up, both going for topes and nailed with chairs by the Maximo brothers.
They gonna need a tope after that.
And Quiet Storm setting up Red for something here. Could be anything at this point.
He took too much time, Eric, and he paid for it.
You know what's coming next. I thought they were going to try and nail that Spanish fly they love to do. Big Yakuza kick.
That'll knock it out of
The
here.
SATs love to finish off their matches with the Spanish fly. And it looks like it's fly time here.
If they hit this, you can put this match in the record book.
Spanish fly! Spanish fly! And Red puts the exclamation point on it. And the Spanish announce team will walk away with their first ever six-man tag team victory. G-Man once again here in the combat zone. Another standing ovation for these six youngsters.
A big victory for the Spanish announce team, Eric. You have to consider them in line for a shot at the tag team titles.
Absolutely. And if Nick Gage and Nate Hatred are watching, if the Briscoe brothers are watching, if Dahmer and Valentine are watching, if Payne and the Wife Beater are watching, all the tag teams here at CZW better open up their eyes because we have been invaded by the Spanish announce team.
There's only one place where you can learn to crush the competition. That's at the top wrestling school in the nation, the CZW Wrestling School. Fulfill your lifetime dream to become a pro wrestler, manager, valet, or referee. At the Combat Zone Wrestling School, come for your free tryout and free evaluation. For more information on the CZW Wrestling School, call today. Now available from Combat Zone Home Video. They said it couldn't be done. Again. Witness the most ultra-violent match in CZW history. A 200 light tube death match between Nate Hatred and the Wife Beater. Experience the ultra-violence. Order your copy today of They Said It Couldn't Be Done Again.
This is for Blast TV. You experience what we spoke about. We are the best tag team. I mean the best trio around the stage today. And we proved it out there. And I want to thank you fans for sticking up behind us and for knowing that we were going to come out on top, because there was no doubt about that we were going to come out on top.
Now you Canadians, we said what we were going to do, and that ship you back to Canada. Expect the unexpected.
And John, this is a big one. This is the one that everybody's been talking about since it has been announced. Johnny Kashmere and Trent Acid are about to step into a time machine. A time machine that features Sick Nick Mondo and Rick Flair. He's got a mistletoe. He's got a mistletoe at the end of his back.
And every one of these females are dying to be under it.
Look at the ego of that guy walking out here with a mistletoe under that bat. Did he take that from the massage parlor with you?
Quite possible, Eric. There's tons of mistletoes down at the massage parlor. 18 months in the making, Eric. 18 months for this tag
Absolutely,
team
John.
matchup. Rick Flair and Nick Mondo against the Backseat Boys right here tonight on Fake You TV.
He has mistletoe. The guy has a mistletoe hanging from his bat.
And Eric, you gotta admit it. You gotta be honest here. The Backseat Boys have the advantage in this matchup.
Wait a minute, what's Kashmere doing? Kashmere's getting a kiss on the cheek. Wait a minute, he's making out with her. He's making out with her. He's giving her the tongue. What a pervert. He's back, John, and he's brought a ladder with him. Say hello to his little friend. Welcome home, Rick. Welcome back.
And this is what it's all about. This is what it comes down to. Rick Flair wants to make his return. He's making it in a big way. Here at Cage of Death against Johnny Kashmere and Trent Acid.
Sick Nick Mondo, look at him, John. Back in the old Sick Nick Mondo tights. Maybe a reminder to Trent Acid and Johnny Kashmere of the summer of 2000. John, the last time that these two teams wrestled each other was at Blood, Sweat, and Violence in August of 2000. And in that match, Rick Flair and Nick Mondo defeated the Backseat Boys for the tag team titles.
And Nick Mondo here tonight on Fake You TV has a heavy load on his shoulders, Eric, because this is Rick Flair's return match after 18 months. And what kind of ring shape is Rick Flair in?
Say what you will, but Nick Mondo has not been able to beat any one of the Backseat Boys since this war was reignited in Dover, Delaware several weeks ago. Nick Mondo has held several singles victories with over Johnny Kashmere. Nick Mondo and Johnny Kashmere have continued their wars since that time in August of 2000. Specifically one match in particular, John, un-effing believable.
And who can forget un-effing believable, Eric?
And how about Rick Flair and Nick Mondo? Rick Flair and Nick Mondo have quite a history themselves. Nick Mondo came to the aid of Rick Flair's manager at that time, in the summer of 2000 shorty. Rick Blade did not like that too much. That embroiled into controversy, and on the same night they won the tag team belts, they broke up as a team, and it escalated into a matchup, a barbed wire ladder matchup, in which Nick Mondo's fibula was broken at the hands of Rick Blade.
I mean, Eric, think about it, Eric. I mean, Nick Mondo came right in CZW and he took Rick Blade's girlfriend.
He didn't take his girlfriend.
Well, she liked him, Eric. She was willing to do it.
Leave her alone.
You saw the lust in her eyes.
She's a respectable mother. Leave her out of this. She's not here tonight to defend herself.
Nick Mondo taking out the legs of Johnny Kashmere. Kashmere taking out the legs of Nick Mondo.
Nick Mondo, what a bridge. What a slap to the face. What a slap to the face by Kashmere. Baseball slide underneath. Mondo again. Mondo playing the chase game with the psychological genius, Johnny Kashmere.
Up and over, tagging Trent Acid.
He is a controlled psychologist in that ring, John. He's a psychology major in
Mondo
college.
rolls him up. We got a 2 count.
He brings that sense of psychology into the wrestling ring with him here in CZW. What a kick by Nick Mondo. Rick Blade into the ring for the very first time in CZW in 18 months. And he and Trent Acid pick up where they left off in Delaware, Smyrna, Delaware. The last time that these two wrestled each other.
Rick Blade like a cat, lands on his feet, bounces off the ropes. Exchange kicks there, block him. Trent ducks the clothesline.
Trent Acid was going for that Yakuza kick. Rick Blade now shoots Trent Acid into the rope. Trent Acid now goes for an elbow. Rick Blade, Trent Acid loses his footing. Some kicks, some others. Rick Blade rolls underneath. This match looking the same, looking just like August of 2000.
And this crowd at the CZW Arena are on their feet.
They love it. Welcome home, Rick. It hasn't been the same since you left.
And in 8 days, Eric, we're back live at the CZW Arena.
Absolutely. And you know one guy that will be back in action that night, and that's going to be Rick Effin Blade. Back in CZW where he belongs.
All 4 men in the ring right now. Backseat showbone.
Not enough. It's not going to work tonight, boys. It's not going to work tonight. Rick Blade over the top. Nick Mondo over the top. Backseat boys underneath. Nick Mondo and Rick Blade hit the ropes. Over the top. Double tope canillos. Double tope canillos in stereo, John House.
Rick Blade now setting up steel chairs in the center of that ring. There's a ladder right there on the apron by Kashmere. Big kick there to the side of the face by Rick Blade.
Setting up the ladder, setting up that ladder. And remember, John, the last time that these two teams met,
Kashmere up and over, no, caught by Rick Blade.
The SFJ, SFJ. 18 months since we've seen the SFJ. It's back, John, and it's a pleasure calling
And
it.
Blade's got his sunken in.
He's gonna break that kid's neck.
Rick Blade has not forgot the neck problems Kashmere suffered early on in his career, Eric.
Rick Blade goes underneath. Rick Blade, an accomplished martial artist. Trent Acid with the Blue Thunder Driver. Blue Thunder Driver.
There goes your martial arts, Eric. Busted in half.
And John, it should be interesting. It should be pointed out that in that matchup in August, neither Trent Acid nor Johnny Kashmere were pinned in that match. That match ended with a lot of controversy, John. Easy for me to say. I'm getting all choked up
A
here.
tremendous amount of controversy right now. Trent Acid working over Nick Mondo.
Trent Acid going for Johnny Kashmere's backseat driver. Tornado DDT.
Mondo caught him.
He's holding on.
Bam!
You gotta be kidding me. A Northern Light suplex into that ladder with the bat. Right into the ribs. Into the park home run. What a dirty son of a bitch.
May have busted those ribs of Nick Mondo, Eric, with that bat.
Johnny Kashmere now spins him around. Spins him once again. Airplane spin, drops him on the ladder. The backseat boys in control. They have teamed together a lot longer and know each other a lot better as partners than Blade and Mondo.
Both of these tag teams, former world tag team champions. Kashmere sent up that ladder in the corner. Big right hands there by Rick Blade, but intercepted from behind by Trent Acid.
Kashmere, the tag team specialist, has held those tag team belts with more different partners than anybody here in CZW. Oh, they got him, John. They got him in a bad way. Into the ladder. Broke it. They broke the ladder.
They're going for the T gimmick, Eric.
They're going for it early, John. They're going for it early.
They hit this, it's over.
They're going for it early.
Face first. Welcome back to CZW, Rick Blade. I hope it was worth it.
Maybe you should have stayed home, John. maybe he should have stayed home tonight. He's a different man, John. He's a changed man.
Nick Mondo now up on the apron.
Nick Mondo with the springboard. Oh, into the ladder. The Backseat Boys.
Telegraph that move, Eric.
The Backseat Boys using that ladder for everything it is worth. Right into the ribs. Again, those are the same ribs that Kashmir nailed earlier with an aluminum bat. An aluminum bat into the ribs.
And that's a bad place for Nick Mondo, Eric. No tag team double teams their opponents better than the Backseat Boys.
And John, you talked about it earlier. In 8 days, 1 o'clock, right here in Viking Hall. We will be back. Will Trent Acid be wrestling Sanjay Dutt on that night? Will we see a rematch of this tag team match? Anything could happen on that night.
Anything can happen. Is Sanjay
Afternoon,
Dutt
actually. It's at 1 o'clock.
The #1 contender for that CZW Big Japan Junior Heavyweight title. Trent Acid throwing Nick Mondo over the top rope.
Oh, they're coming this way,
onto
John.
that concrete. Uh-oh. Remember what happened the last time when they came this way.
I'll tell you what, John. I get a little nervous whenever somebody comes up on the stage from now on, John. And Trent Acid outside directing traffic. Rick Blade now on his stomach. Rick Blade.
Mondo working over Trent Acid on the outside. Kashmir picking up Blade. Looks like he's setting up for something.
It looks to me like
big knee lift there into the gut. Big right hand. No block by Blade.
It looks to me that Rick Blade prepared for the Backseat Boys circa 2000, not circa 2002. Rick Blade on one knee. Nick Mondo can barely stand up outside.
Rick Blade, Johnny Kashmir slowly getting to their feet.
The ladder over here.
Right below our stage area, Eric.
Rick Blade with a roundhouse and then a mule kick. Nick Mondo with
big
the
right hands there by Nick Mondo, wailing away on Trent Acid.
The fans are into it. The fans are split, John. Some of them like the Backseat Boys. Some
Bam!
Mondo and Blade. Stereo roundhouse kick.
Bam!
Picking up where they left off.
Big kicks there by Blade and Mondo.
And again, Nick Mondo, no stranger to the cage of death. Remember last year, John, he was involved in that semi-main event, a very high-profile matchup, that Iron Man matchup, where Nick Mondo was thrown off of the entranceway. I wonder if he'll get thrown off the stage tonight.
35 feet high in the air, Eric, tossed off the entranceway. Rick Blade and Nick Mondo now setting up those tables.
Nick Mondo.
Getting them in the position now.
Do you think Rick Blade will leap, John, after what happened at Take One? Do you think he will leap? Do you think he will take the high-flying, death-defying risks that he once took in CZW?
Rick Blade is making his return at the biggest show of all time here in CZW. There's no telling what Rick Blade and sick Nick Mondo will do to Johnny Kashmir and Trent Acid.
Trent Acid laid out on the table. Nick Mondo now just choking Trent Acid. This is about pride, John House. This match is about pride.
Trent Acid now on that table. Johnny Kashmir on the other table. They're setting that ladder up, Eric.
We got a new ladder, John.
They're putting that ladder over the top of the Backseat Boys.
That must be a 15-foot ladder in there. The same ladder that was used last year in Nick Mondo's matchup at Cage of Death 3.
Uh-oh.
They're about 2 feet
They're up
away
here,
from
Eric.
us. They're 2 feet away from us.
And Nick Mondo.
Stereo moonsault.
Bam.
Moonsault.
Oh.
Stereo moonsault.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Right now, Rick Blade and Nick Mondo in control of the Backseat Boys. Johnny Kashmir holding on to his ribs as well.
Right now, these 4 wrestlers, all of them, in a lot of pain. Oh, wait a minute. We may see some stereo edge blades here. Edge of the Make that a double.
2. No.
Double kick out.
Kick out there by the Backseat Boys, Eric.
Acid has to be thinking, come on, Johnny, kick out. Johnny's got to be thinking, come on, Acid.
And that's called resilience, Eric. Nick Mondo now setting up that ladder. That ladder's got to be at least 18 feet tall. That's one of them big ladders.
Oh, it's big, John. Looks like the same size that was used in Mondo's match last year at the Cage of Death.
They got that ladder over top of Johnny Kashmir and Trent Acid, who are laid out in the middle of that ring.
And again, you sacrifice your own body when you land on that ladder. Nick Mondo, we have sacrificed his body many times in the past, but Rick Blade, is it all worth it?
Uh-oh, what's going on here?
The Swanton!
Bam!
Swanton!
Bam! Uh-oh! Oh!
Drop.
They may have just taken it just as much out of Rick Blade and Nick Mondo as it did the Backseat Boys.
Absolutely. Look at the pain on the look of Nick Mondo. The Backseat Boys have been dominated, John. Dominated for the last several minutes of this matchup.
What is it going to take for Mondo and Blade to get the job done, Eric? These two are capable of anything.
They still can't get it done. Moonsault.
Oh, double moonsault. What a tremendous matchup we have here tonight on Fake U TV.
What a show of athleticism, John. What an athletic matchup.
Eric, Rick Blade now setting up that ladder. That is going to be one of the biggest ladders I've ever seen in my life.
Lobo could have used that ladder last month to get himself down off of the building.
Big right hands there by Nick Mondo. On to Johnny Kashmere. They got him sitting in that chair.
Kashmere takes a seat.
They're setting him up. Uh-oh. Eric, this is not good.
Oh, my goodness. He can't, John. He can't.
Rick Blade has got to be about 30 feet in the air.
He hurt himself the last time he left this high in the air. He better be careful.
Uh-oh.
He better be careful. Mic,
Bam!
mic drop. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome back to the party. It's his house now just as much as it was 18 months ago.
2 1/2, 2 3/4.
How could he kick out of that? How could Johnny Kashmere kick out of that?
That's easy, Eric, because he's unbreakable.
What is he, Superman? He need kryptonite to beat him?
Unbreakable. Underline it.
Rick Blade sets up Johnny Kashmere, maybe for the quadricep with a twist. Maybe we'll see that. What incredible effort. What incredible effort we have seen tonight from all four men.
Rick Blade now going upstairs. Uh-oh. This could be that quadricep.
Moonsault, no.
Oh, he missed, Eric.
He went for that reverse 450. And Trent Acid in there like a house of fire. Trent Acid in there with a second lease on life. Like he just took an energy drink.
Mondo now working away on Kashmere. Trent Acid has Rick Blade on the outside, setting him up on that table.
And Johnny Kashmere has absorbed the most punishment out of anybody in this matchup. Trent Acid and Johnny Kashmere. The T gimmick. They're calling for the T gimmick. T gimmick.
Oh, they hit this, it's over.
To the outside, no. Mondo reverses. Clothesline, no, not again.
Trent Acid, big right hand, no block by Mondo. Mondo springboards up. Kashmere caught him with that knee, Eric.
Kashmere catches him with that Manhattan drop. Atomic drop. Uh-oh. Here comes the dream sequence. Here comes the dream sequence for Nick Mondo.
Oh! Bam!
And this band is just warming up, John. This band is just warming up.
Just when you think the Backseat Boys are out, Eric, look, they're getting their second and third wins. Uh-oh.
It's like brotherly love, these two.
Bam!
Double somersault planches. Talk about two